All right, come back on inside here to the Drumner Center on the beautiful campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. It's time for the men's Bloomfield and Post University women's basketball just won 96-72, and here we go. We are set for the 9-1 Eagles to take on the 7-4 Bears. Starting lineup for your Eagles. The same starting five as of late: Kyle Walsley, Dang Diang, Quest Harris, Robert Sanders, and Bolacott. For the Bears, it is Al Fatir Connor, Zamarian Singleton, Devion Ellis, Kareem Davis, and Marcus Bucknall. The Bears win the tip, and they will have the game's first offensive possession. They're head coached by Gerald Holmes in his 22nd season. For the Eagles, it's Mark Kuntz in his second season. Eagles force a turnover on the game's first possession. Dang Diang, the 6'7" forward from St. Cloud, Minnesota, probing, kicking. Harris finds a cot, fakes the J, back up top. Harris gets inside, and that's how the scoring opens up. Quest Harris gets himself to the 10. Harris picking up Alfred Tier Connor, averaging 14.9 points per game. Bucknall across the lane, right to left, scoops it up and in with the left hand. All tied up at 2, a minute gone here in the first half. Eagles on a 4-game winning streak. It goes back out to Harris, and he shuffled his feet, a travel. Eagles coming off of a game-winning bucket versus St. Anselm on December 19th. Mark Kuntz said that they were very fortunate to escape that game with a win. They missed their first 14 shots and were down 18 with 13 minutes to go and fought their way to the victory. It goes inside. A 3. Singleton off the mark. Excuse me, that was Ellis on a triple. Now Sanders, back up top Harris. It goes to Diang. Diang, the midi. Yes, sir. Now it's thrown ahead. Leaking out on the other end of the floor is Kareem Davis. And how about some hammer time? We're all tied up at 4, 2 minutes gone here in the first half. Dribble handoff here with the cop. Back up top, Alsey, who had that game-winning bucket versus Bentley on December 17th. Now here's Robert Sanders probing his way into lane, fading to his left shoulder. It's off the mark, and Connor collects the rebound. Connor, picked up by Harris. Has Davis on the left block. Pass knocked out of bounds. Last touch. Oh, they say it was last touch by Bloomfield. It looked like Sanders deflected it out of play. Eagles ball with 17:35 remaining in the first half. And the Eagles, the number 2 seed in the North Division. Bloomfield, the number 4 seed. A cot. Sanders pulls it. Short corner. Jay swirls the iron and drops through. Robert Sanders. Sanders now on the board. Diang, Harris, and Sanders all with 2 points. Eagles with a 6-4 lead here. And there's a nice drive. Alsey collects the rebound, and Akot will push it into the front court. 3 minutes gone. Akot, stop, pop, 3 ball, put it up and through. Bowl Akot right between the eyes. Bucknall almost shuffled his feet. They get it to Connor. Connor. Bucknall goes right at Alsey and kisses it off the window and tells Alsey he's too small. Now Diang at the top of the key. Sanders, the 6'3", 195-pound guard from Naugatuck, Connecticut, finds Diang. Diang goes across the lane, pulls the J, splash. Dang Diang, number 2 on the team in points per game at 17.4. He ranks number 4 in the CACC. It's thrown ahead. Davis inside. Back out Bucknall. Puts it on the deck. Kicks it out. Connor, 3. Alsey climbs the ladder for the board. A little over 4 minutes gone. Sanders. Alsey, he'll try the 3. Way off. As Harrison Warnock and Taquan Williams will check in for the Eagles. Warnock, a grad student. You see that brace on his right knee? That's what held him out for the first few games of the season. And Taquan Williams, number 4 on the team in points per game at 10.3. The freshman from Brockton, Massachusetts. He's his first action. This is usually where he comes in. It's thrown ahead to Davis. He catches, has Williams on the block, and takes full advantage of the mismatch. 11-8 Eagles lead. Dieng top of the key. Takes Davis. Hesitates. Spins. That's pretty. Dang, Dieng taking out his do-it-yourself kit and letting the defense know about it. Now Connor will bring it into the front court. The Eagles a 5-point lead. 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Hearns thought about the 3. Now drives, challenges Warnock. Yes, and a foul. Sterrell Hearns, mind made up, going to the basket, and he's got a 3-point play opportunity. Sterrell Hearns, a freshman, 6'2". He's a high flyer. We saw him in warm-ups as Donovan Crawford, number 25, checks in on the Bears side. Crawford, Bucknall, Hearns, Ellis, and Connor, the 5 on the floor for the Bears. Hearns. The free throw is good. Hit all parts of the iron before dropping through. Bears within 2. Williams hounded by Connor. Sanders, the best 3-point shooter on this squad, feeds it inside to Dieng, who had it knocked out of play by Crawford. It'll be an under the basket out of bounds here. And for the first time, we see Trey Duncan and Derek Thomas checking into the game now. Sanders will check out, as well as Dieng. From 14:40 to play here in the first half, Williams will trigger under the basket. Gets it into a cot, the midi, back iron. Thomas fighting for the offensive rebound, fresh 20 for the Eagles. Now a cot between the rings, met by Ellis. Screen set by Warnock. A cot uses it, kicks it. Williams 3, that might have gotten a piece of it by Connor. And the Bears will push it into the front court. Hearns, post-entry feed for Crawford. Draws 2, left it short. Thomas with the board. Hands it off to Williams. The Eagles 6 for 10 from the floor. Duncan, the sophomore from Meriden, Connecticut, finds Thomas. Takes Bucknall on the drive, inside for Warnock. Baby hook, right hand, doesn't fall. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch, Warnock. We get some substitutions in here. Harris back in for the Eagles. And for the Bears, we see Nahum Lewis for the first time, as well as Isaiah Poole. Poole number 3, Lewis number 20. Checking in here for the Bears. Bucknall. Hearns thought about the 3, the strong drive. He tried to put Duncan on a poster, couldn't punch it home. And the Eagles coming the other way. Williams, left wing. Duncan, back to Taquan. Williams. Duncan, a 3. Ellis clears the rebound. Evian Ellis, smooth take to the basket, hanging and finishing. That's an acrobatic move. Ellis with the razzle-dazzle ties up the score at 13 apiece. 12:50 to play here in the first half. Harris, nice crossover into the J, left the jump shot short. Thomas, back to Harris, the layup, no, follows his miss, also no. Warnock right there for the follow tip. Eagles regain the lead. And they stop the mini 5-0 run from the Bears. Here's a three, Lewis, high arcer, it goes down. And the Bears 7-4 overall, 0-1 in conference. Both of these teams second in conference game. Eagles 9-1 overall, looking for their 10th victory of the season. The 44th all-time matchup. Warnock will try the three. That's off right. It's Harris collecting the rebound. Harris challenges the defense and soars to the tin for the deuce. Quest Harris, so athletic. Transferred from playing Division I ball at Sacred Heart as Dieng, Alsey, and Sanders will all check back in for Mark Kuntz. 11:34 to play here in the first half. 17-16 lead for the Eagles. Post shooting 8 for 17 from the floor. Bloomfield 7 for 12. Both teams really efficient here to start. Ellis averaging 14.9 points per game on the season. Dribble handoff with Poole. Poole needs a friend, has Bucknall. He'll try a three. That's too strong. Dieng climbs the ladder for the board. Dieng moves it into the front court. The 6'7" forward from St. Cloud, Minnesota with a tough bucket. Dang Dieng. Taking out his do-it-yourself kit. So tough. It goes to Hearns. Hearns inside. Lost it. Knocked out of play. Last touch, Eagles. Connor and Davis check back in on the Bears side. Under the basket out of bounds. Davis, mid-post, left side, baby hook with the right hand, it goes down. $10:45 to play here in the first half. Dieng swings it. Harris, the drive, the kick, Williams, three ball, yes sir, put it up and through to Quan Williams from downtown. 4-point Eagles lead. Poole, the hezzy, the kick, Davis didn't want the three, now finds Bucknall to reset it. Bucknall takes Sanders on the drive. Bucknall, tough shot, oh he got it to fall. And Marcus Bucknall has been giving the Eagles all game the too small sign. He's getting a few buckets here in this first half. Midway through the first half, Eagles 22, Bears 20. Dribble handoff with Williams. Williams flips it up and he gets called for the traveling violation. Lecont will check in on the Eagles side. Ellis back in for Bloomfield. Lecont, Harris, Alsey, Sanders, Dieng, the five on the floor for the Eagles. Love this lineup for the Eagles. Gives them a lot of different dynamic looks that they can go to. You have the Twin Towers down low with Dieng and Alsey protecting the rim. Pass thrown ahead. Bucknall finds a cutter. It's Poole. Nice verticality there by Sanders. It's knocked out of play. Last touch, Eagles. 9:41 to play here in the first half. And Griffin Cass on hand here on the CACC Network. We hope you are having a wonderful holiday season with friends and family. Ellis, three, high arcer. Missed everything. Harris met in the backcourt by Poole. Alsey hands it off. Harris stops on the dime. Tough shot. Poole might have gotten a piece of it. Connor throws it ahead to Isaiah Poole. Oh, Dieng with the chase down block. Alsey was stepping on the baseline with the ball, so it will stay with the Bears. Dang, Dieng showing off that athleticism on the defensive end. .9:14 to play here in the first half. Eagles 2-point lead. Under the basket, out of bounds here. Poole to trigger. He's got Bucknall. Bucknall wants to challenge Alsey. He's had a few field goals here in this first half. Bucknall, the spin, the kick. It goes to Ellis. Left wing triple, off right. Dieng rips down the rebound. Under 9 to play in the first half. Sanders almost turns it over. Harris, Dieng, back out Sanders. These closeouts from Bloomfield has been very on the mark. Dieng, the drive, the kick. Ocott, tough shot, drew the foul. Now these closeouts from the Bears have been hard. Not letting the Eagles get off any open looks from the outside. The Eagles as a team shoot the three ball at a 36.4% clip. So it'll be Ocott at the line. Number 3 in the CACC in points per game at 17.9. The 6'1", 176-pound guard from Manchester, New Hampshire. Can't connect on the first of 2. Warnock and Thomas back in. Alsey and Harris will sub out. The Eagles have had 4 different game winners this season as Ocott gets the back end of 2 to fall, goes 1 for 2 in that trip to the line. 8.5 to play here in the first half. Throwing ahead to Bucknall. Singleton, foul line J, back iron. Thomas clears the rebound. Dieng dribble handoff with Sanders. The runner is pure. Gives Sanders 4 points now. Oh, dangerous pass. Ocott got his hands on it. And Ocott picks his pocket. Ocott inside. Leaves it for Dieng. Dieng gets the defenders up in the air and banks it home. Defense, offense. Eagles lead it by 7. Their largest lead of the first half. Another steal, almost. Dieng traps him. Ellis throws it into the hands of Thomas. Acrobatic lay. No good, but a foul. And Gerald Holmes is irate on the Bloomfield bench. So it'll be Derek Thomas the second to shoot 2 at the line. Thomas 4 for 4 from the charity stripe on the year. First of 2, pure. Eagles 2 for 6 from downtown. Bloomfield 1 for 6. Eagles 12 for 22 from the floor. Bloomfield 9 for 19. Thomas too strong on the second of 2. 8-point lead for the Eagles. They're the largest of the first half. 7.5 to play here in this first half. Nice take. Connor with the quick drive and the easy finish. That's his first bucket of the game. He's now in the scoring column. Ocott gets a screen from Warnock. Finds him on the roll. Warnock layup swatted. Davis with the rejection. Bucknall on the other end. Has it taken away. Ocott with the theft. Ocott stops, pops, connects. .6:45 remaining in the first half. This first half has flown by. Nice back and forth action between these two CACC squads in the North Division. Singleton down the lane, stops. Left the runner short. It goes to Ocott. Lecant gets the screen by Dieng, pulls up the mid-range, left it short. Warnock tips it out to Sanders. Sanders back to Thomas. Challenges Ellis. Doesn't need the glass. Thomas give him the deuce. Eagles' first double-digit lead of the game. It's 32-22. Ellis down the lane. Drew the foul. 6:06 to play here in the first half. It'll be Ellis heading to the foul line to shoot two. So here's Ellis at the line. Hasn't gone to the free throw line a whole lot this season. He averages 33 minutes per game, 7 for 10 from the charity stripe on the year. Ellis connects on the first of two. Alsey and Duncan will check back in. Warnock and Sanders will check out. Ellis has started in all 11 games for Bloomfield. Off on the second, Lecant clears the rebound. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Post-entry feed for Dieng. Backing down Davis. Dieng leans in. That's nifty. Dang Dieng. So good at improvising in the paint. And he does just that. Eagles lead by 11. Hearns. Bucknall. Nice movement there and great anticipation there by Thomas. Able to knock the ball out of play with 5:32 to play here in the first half. Under the basket, out of bounds here for the Bears. Ellis will trigger. He didn't want to. A little reluctant to take the ball out there. Gets it into Hearns in the short corner. Brings it back out to the perimeter. Post-entry feed for Bucknall. Goes up top to Connor. Met by two. Connor inside. Davis! Oh! Alsey, get that weak stuff out of here. Thomas, three. Put it up and through. Kaboom! And the Eagles are rolling. Leading by 14. 37-23 with 5:06 to play here in the first half. You are watching Division II men's basketball, and it's on the CACC network. Coming out of the timeout, Eagles have extended the lead to double digits. It's 37-23 with 5:06 to play here in the first half. Dieng, Thomas, Alsey, Lecant, and Duncan. The five on the floor for the Eagles. Duncan gets a steal, goes inside. Nice scoop, Trey Duncan. And the Eagles really starting to impose their will here on the Bears. This full court pressure is working. Alsey, hammer time! Two-hand flush. Kyle Alsey raised the roof, big fella. Bucknall breaks the press. Davis. Oh! Drew draws the foul. And the Eagles, you look up, we were just at a tie game. The Eagles are up by 18 now, 41-23 with 4:39 remaining in the first half. And this is the firepower that this Eagles squad possesses. They can come at you in waves. So there's Davis at the foul line. Connects on the first of two. Kareem Davis, a sophomore from Lawrence, New Jersey, stands at 6'5". Thomas will check out. Sanders will check in. Davis, back iron. O'Cott climbs the ladder for the board. 4.5 to play here in the first half. Dominant showing here from the Eagles. Sanders, Dieng faces up, goes across the lane, kicks it out. Sanders, 12 on the shot clock. Sanders, Duncan. Oh, he's got Rob. Lines it up. Short. Bucknell clears a rebound. Coming up on 4 minutes to play here in the first half. 41-24 Eagles. Ellis draws a foul on the perimeter. The Eagles shooting 58% from the floor. Bloomfield 46%. Eagles 38% from downtown. They're 3 for 8. Bloomfield still 1 for 6. Connor, how about a three? Yes, sir. Put it up and through. And he looks to the crowd who has been chirping him all first half. And Connor might want to focus on the game rather than interacting with the fans. O'Cott, 3:40 to play here in the first half. Eagles with a 14-point lead. Sanders thinking three. Bouncing it for Alsey in the lane. Baby hook right hand. That's what he won the game with against Bentley on December 17th. Misses that one. And here are the Bears. Connor. The nice move. Gets in the lane. The floater missed it. Alsey with the rebound. Sanders cross-court pass for Bowl. O'Cott, the former Quinnipiac Bobcat, making the transition from D1 to D2. Gets to his spot, elevates, short on the J. Bucknell the board. Under 3 to play here in the first half. Connor spins into the lane, kicks it out. Hearns, a three, back iron, weak side rebound. O'Cott. Stop, pop, three ball, off the mark. Dieng fighting for the rebound. Who's got it in that left corner? Jump ball. It's going to be possession Eagles. Harris, Williams, and Warnock getting set to check in on the Eagles side. 2:38 to play in this first half. Under the basket, out of bounds here for post. On the floor for Bloomfield, it is Lewis, Connor, Bucknell, Poole, and Ellis. Harris will trigger under the basket. Looking for a man. He's got the freshman Taquan Williams. Williams. Warnock. How about a three? Short. Connor the board. Connor in the front court. 2:20 to play in the first half. Bloomfield down by 14. Ellis. Step back. Midi. Short. Harris stumbles, feeds it to Alsey, clobbered. Oh, we get a jump ball. Possession Bears with 2:03 to play here in the first half. Largest lead for the Eagles was at 18 when it was 41-23. Poole gets it into Connor. He'll go cross court to Ellis. Bloomfield trying to break the press. They get it ahead to Bucknell. Ellis doesn't want the three. The adjustment. Oh, what a spectacular move. Ellis with the acrobatic lay. That's something you can't teach right there. Athleticism. Ellis soaring to the basket. What a pretty move. Bears within 12. Warnock spins off as his man. Left the baby hook with the left hand short. And that one goes out of play. Last touch Eagles. Bloomfield will take over. On a mini 6-0 run are the Bears as Dieng will check in for Alsey. 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Williams, Dieng, Warnock, Sanders, and Harris. Poole. Ellis breaks the press. Finds Connor in the left corner. Goes across the lane. Connor, yes, on the layup, high off the window. It goes down. Connor still chirping it with the crowd. Dieng challenges the defense, gets whacked going up for the layup. He will go to the foul line to shoot 2 here with 47.3 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's Dieng at the foul line. 32 for 39 on the season is Dieng from the charity stripe. Knocks down the first of 2. This is Dieng's first trip to the foul line here in this game. Warnock checks out. Alsey, Sanders, Dieng, Williams, and Harris, the 5 on the floor. Dieng perfect in that trip to the line, 2 for 2. Lead back to 12 for the Eagles. A little under 45 seconds to play in this first half. Connor, who's been jabbing with the crowd all game long, brings it into the front court, stumbles, bounces it. That one goes off of the feet of Lewis, out of play with 33.9 seconds remaining in the first half. So the Eagles can virtually take the final shot of the half if they sit on it. Dieng crosses the timeline. Shot clock at 11, and Mark Kuntz didn't like the action, wants to call a timeout. We'll step aside for just a few moments here on the CACC Network. Coming out of the break, Dang Dieng leading the way for the Eagles with 14 first half points. He hasn't missed a shot, 6 for 6 from the field, and 2 for 2 from the line. For Bloomfield, it is Davis and Connor, each with 7 points. No Bears in double figures here. Side out for the Eagles. Coming out of the timeout, 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 11. Sanders to trigger. Goes into the backcourt for a cot. 6, 5, 4. Orcott gets the screen from Dieng. Finds Dang at the foul line at the horn. No, he didn't get it off. Shot clock violation on the Eagles. And the officials telling the score table to reset the game clock to 3 seconds. And that's what Bloomfield will have to get off a shot to end this first half. Lewis, Ellis, Bucknall, Poole, and Connor, the 5 on the floor for the Bears. 3.6 on the game clock. So they give the Bears an extra 0.6 of a second. Poole to trigger. Gets it into Ellis. Ellis with 2, Ellis with 1, throws it to Hearns. He gets it off at the horn. Off left on the J. And that takes us to halftime. Eagles will take a 12-point lead heading into the break. You're watching Division II men's basketball here on the CACC Network. Eagles looking for their 10th victory of the season. Take two. Take two. Yeah, just the same questions. Yeah. It was 96-72. They won? Yeah. All right, Griffin Cass alongside here with Maya Klein, the player of the game for Post University women's basketball. They defeat Bloomfield 96-72. So Maya Klein, you had 30 points in that game, a season high. Just talk about your performance and what it means to you.
It means everything to me. Career high. I've never had anything close to 30 before, so it was awesome. But it was really a team win, and my teammates found me when I was open, and I really appreciated that. So yeah.
So your guys' largest lead of the game was at 28. They cut it all the way down to 10. How are you guys able to keep them off from completing the comeback?
Yeah, so we talked a lot about composure in the locker room, making sure that we didn't lose our minds. Sometimes you're up by a lot, you kind of go crazy. So composure, taking care of the ball, and we fixed it going into the fourth.
Absolutely. So you played Division I basketball with Sacred Heart. Can you just explain to me the difference between the Division I level into Division II?
Yeah, it's pretty similar actually, but I would say the speed of the game is a little bit different. It's fast-paced in D2, but it's a little bit faster D1. So I would say that's probably the biggest difference.
Thank you so much, Maya, for taking a little time with us. Maya Klein, 30 points, a season high. Eagles with the monster victory. Thank you so much, Maya.
Thank God it's over.
Sorry about the take two.
I almost started laughing because you would. Thank God it's over.
Just get us another 30 ball. right, halftime is nearing its conclusion, and we are getting set for the start of the second half. The Eagles lead it 43-31 over the Bloomfield Bears. This is the 44th all-time matchup between the Eagles and the Bears. Eagles 16-27 all-time. Last matchup was on February 8th of this year, where Bloomfield won 82-68. Eagles 4-6 in the last 10 meetings against Bloomfield. Eagles will be moving from right to left to begin the second half. They will start with it. Akot, Harris, DeYang, Alsey, and Sanders, the 5 on the floor to start. Singleton, Davis, Bucknall, Ellis, and Connor, the 5 on the floor to start for the Bears. Akot comes to get it at the top of the key, uses the Alsey screen. Pass inside to Harris, and he banks it in, and that's how the scoring starts here in the second half for the Eagles. Davis on the other end, baby hook with the right hand, off the mark. Sanders hauls in the rebound. DeYang tries a 3, short, weak side rebound to Ellis. DeYang just missed his first shot of the game. He was 6 for 6 before that, now 6 for 7. He's got 14 on the game. Ellis pulls it back for 3 and missed everything. DeYang ahead to Akot. Akot stops, pops. Can't connect on the J. Davis the rebound. Ellis averaging 14.9 points per game on the year. Strong. Harris, Akot leaves it inside for Alsey. Can't hold on to the pass. Pass was a little low. Pass deflected out of bounds there by Sanders. Side out for Bloomfield. 18:36 to play in regulation. Eagles, the number 2 seed in the North Division in the CACC. Bloomfield also in the North Division in the CACC. The number 4 seed, Connor. Davis, Bucknall in the post. Bucknall across the lane. Baby hook. Missed it. And Alsey collects the rebound. Akot crossing over right to left. Kicks it out to Harris. Sanders floats it. DeYang fighting for the offensive rebound, gets the fresh 20 for the Eagles. Alsey inside. Connor pokes from Harris. DeYang ahead of the field. Show me something, Dang. Throw it down, big fella. (47-31) Eagles off the thunderous punch by Dang DeYang. Nothing more satisfying than seeing Dang DeYang in the open floor. Connor shows it, missed the lay. Nice move. Bucknall almost had his trip. Connor, Ellis hesitates, goes baseline. Oh, the scoop off the reverse. Pretty move. Ellis taking out his do-it-yourself kit right there. 14-point game. Akot gets to the foul line, kicks it out DeYang. And he's fouled by Davis on the floor with 17:01 to play in regulation. Side out for the Eagles. Akot will trigger. Akot, Alsey. Handoff. Akot inside. Sanders turns it over. Connor swiftly into the front court. The tip, no, by Singleton. Alsey fighting for it with Davis. And they say, and Dang DeYang that's Kyle Alsey shaken up on the ground. He'll be helped up to his feet. It's going to be the Eagles' ball as it was last touched by the Bears. 16:48 to play in regulation. 47-33 Eagles. Griffin Cast on hand here on the CACC network. Hope you are having a wonderful holiday season. Eagles 9-1 overall, looking to advance to 10 wins on the season. They're 16 and a half minutes away from accomplishing that feat. Cott raises, left the J short, Connor the board, and now Ellis into the front court. Singleton, hard drive, easy finish. Singleton with a nice lay off the window. And that brings Bloomfield back within 12. 16-12 to play here in regulation. Dieng. Met by Davis. Wants a clear out. Dieng finds Harris open in the right corner. A three, yes sir! Quest Harris, not the most knockdown shooter you'll find in the CACC, but he buries it right there. That was his first made three-pointer of the season. 0 for 6 before that. Singleton raises. Alsey knocks it out of play. 15:40 to play in regulation. Williams, Duncan, Warnock will check in for the Eagles. Ellis will trigger under the basket. Connor. Davis fading and hitting. Give Davis 9 points now. Dieng met by 2. Here's the trap. Finds Warnock. Warnock has 2 on him. Akot, Williams. 7 on the shot clock to Quan Williams. Nice move, but he got rejected by Bucknell out of bounds. Under the basket, out of bounds here for the Eagles with 5 on the shot clock, 15:05 on the game clock. The Eagles 21 for 45 from the floor. Bloomfield 16 for 39. It goes into Akot. The push shot. Pushed it a little too strong. And now here comes Connor on the other end. The trailer is Hearns. His 3 off left. Connor right there for the follow. 11-point game. Connor now has 9. Dieng kicks it out. Duncan, long 2. Connor swiftly into the front court. A very shifty player. Bucknell, Davis. Thought about the foul line. Jay now takes it in on Dieng. A lot of contact. No whistle. The tip, no. Bucknell right there to clean it up on aisle 5. Single-digit game. And Dieng a little shaken up, grabbing his stomach. Akot near the timeline. The bounce for Warnock. Dribble handoff for Williams. Thought about the 3. Shifty is to Quan Williams. Left the J short. He wanted the foul. It goes ahead to Bucknell. Stops. Hearns thought about the 3. Now takes it inside. Nice move, but he missed everything. 5 on 4 here for the Eagles. Akot, drive, kick. Williams all alone for the 3. Not enough on that J. And it's Davis collecting the rebound. 13 and a half to play here in regulation. Ellis almost carried. Spins into the lane. The tough floater. That's a tough bucket. Ellis brings the Bears within 7. Devion Ellis. Warnock missed the lay. And Hearns on the other end. The bounce. Davis! Oh! That's a man's jam! 5-point game. Kuntz wants time. Kareem Davis silences the crowd here at the Drumner Center. We'll step aside with 12:50 to play in regulation. Eagles 50. Bears 45. Coming out of the Eagles timeout, the Bears have cut the deficit to 5. Showing a lot of resilience is Bloomfield. The largest lead for the Eagles was at 18. Again, it's cut down to 5. We have ourselves a whole new ball game. Eagles 50, Bears 45, 12:50 to play in regulation. For Bloomfield, it is Lewis, Crawford, Hearns, Connor, and Poole. The 5 on the floor for Gerald Holmes. For Mark Kuntz, it is Robert Sanders, Taquan Williams, Kyle Alsley, Derek Thomas II, and Bolacott. Acott, the drive, the scoop, the lay. Connor races it into the front court. The floater is good. Connor all the way down the court, coast to coast for the deuce. Back to a 5-point game. Rob Sanders gets it back. Acott dribbled it off his foot. Sanders comes to get it. Sanders, the bounce. Williams doesn't have the ball. Hearns saves it in to Lewis. And now here comes Bloomfield. Connor, stop, pop, Jay, too strong. Lewis tracks down the offensive rebound, but throws it right into the hands of the Eagles. Ball on the floor. We will have a jump ball. Possession Bears. Dieng and Harris will get set to check in on the Eagles side. Nine turnovers for Bloomfield, 8 for Post. Side out for the Bears. Time with the lead, the Eagles have had 25 minutes with the lead. Bloomfield has only had 29 seconds. 52-47. Lewis, the foul line. Jay, high archer, splashdown. One possession game, 11 and a half to play in regulation. Dieng, Sanders, knocked out of play, last touch by Hearns. So it'll be a side out for the Eagles. 11:23 to play in regulation. Sanders and Hearns jawing back and forth, and the official right between them. Sanders gets it into Harris. Harris, back out Rom, 3 ball, Sanders, too strong. I'll see right there on the offensive glass, second chance opportunity. Kyle Alsey, clean it up, big fella. Then Alsey had that game-winning bucket. It was a baby hook with the right hand against Bentley on December 17th. To get the Eagles their 8th win. Poole, Hearns. Harris had it poked from behind by Poole. Lewis down the lane, charges right into Dieng. That will be a blocking foul. Dieng didn't have his feet set. Half a second earlier, and that would have been a charge. Dieng was just a little late on the rotation. So it'll be Lewis to shoot 2 at the line. Lewis is a freshman, stands at 6'4", from East Orange, New Jersey, as Bucknell will head to the scores table getting set to check in. Lewis is a guard. Back end of 2 on that one. Lewis, 2 for 2 from the line on the season coming into this one. Doesn't go to the line a whole lot. Lewis, back end of 2 falls. 4-point game. Dieng, Sanders, Alsey, Thomas, and Harris, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Bad pass stolen by Hearns, 2-on-1. Ellis inside for the lay. Defense, offense, Bloomfield within 2. Coming up on the midway point, Here in the second half, Ellis steals it. Ellis inside. Ellis is fouled on the floor. Kyle Walsley telling his teammates to come over here. Let's converge and talk about it. Eagles have blown an 18-point lead. Very similar to the women's game. The Eagles were up by 28, the women's that is, in the first half. And then Bloomfield came all the way back in the second half to bring it within single digits. Ellis for the tie. Dieng the weak side rebound. So the men's game very similar in terms of the flow of the game to the women's. Okot weaving through defenders, had it picked. Hearns ahead of the field for some hammer time. We're tied at 54. Defense converting into offense for Bloomfield has got them back in it, and we are all tied up. This Eagles squad, they love to make things interesting. Again, 4-game winners on the season. Dieng back out. Thomas, 3. He's fouled. Derek Thomas, 1 for 2 from the line here in this one. Comes into this game 4 for 4 from the charity stripe on the season. Connects on the first of 2 to give the Eagles the lead again. Thomas is a senior, stands at 6'5" from Maryland. One more coming up here for Thomas. Thomas, Okot, Dieng, Warnock, and Duncan, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles as Warnock and Duncan check back in. Ellis, Davis, as that one is too strong from Thomas, goes 2 for 3 and out trip to line. It's Hearns, Connor, Davis, Bucknall, and Ellis, the 5 on the floor for the Bears. 2-point game. Connor splits the D, gets inside, layup blocked by Dieng, rebounded by Dieng. Dieng affects the floor on both ends of the court, defense and offense. Sets the screen for Okot. They want to run this 2-man game. Okot and Dieng. Okot in the lane, that's too easy. Carving his way inside. Okot gives the Eagles a 4-point lead coming up on 9 minutes to play in regulation. Ellis. Hearns, a 3, kaboom! Hearns, yes sir, from the outside. 1-point game, back and forth we go here in the second half. Okot slowing it down. Near the timeline is Okot, guarded by Connor. Thomas coming to set the high screen and roll. Okot uses it. Duncan, catch and shoot 3, short. Bucknall snatches the rebound and moves it into the front court. Bucknall down the lane. Knocked out of bounds, last touch Eagles. And the Eagles fans pleading to the officials that a hit off of his leg might have a point there. Unfortunately, we don't have the instant replay. So under the basket, out of bounds here, Ellis to trigger. Bears can take the lead on this possession with a bucket. Connor, Ellis, jumper is short. Warnock clears for the Eagles. Okot weaves into the lane, kicks it out to the sophomore. His 3 is too strong. Fighting for the rebound. It'll be a foul against the Bears on the floor. Dieng draws the contact. 8:04 to play in regulation. Taquan Williams, a freshman from Brockton, Massachusetts, will get set to check back in for the Eagles. Under the basket, out of bounds here for Post. So Williams under the basket. Dieng traveled. Two Eagles in double figures. That is Dieng and Okot. the two heads of the snake for this Eagles squad. Again, Akot number 3 in the CACC in points per game at 17.9. Right behind him is his teammate, Dang Diang, at 17.4. Connor swiftly into the front court. Leaves it for Bucknall. Back to Connor. Back to Bucknall. Out to Hearns. Splits the D. Challenges Diang. Missed the way. Warnock hits it out of bounds. 7:45 remaining in regulation, and it will be Alsey checking in for Warnock. Under the basket, out of bounds here. Ellis will inbound. Gets it into Connor. Post entry pass. Bucknall. Alsey. Banging down low. Back out Connor. Hearns. 8 on the shot clock. Bucknall 3. Put it up and through. Bears take a 2-point lead. Back and forth we go here in the second half. This has been entertaining to watch. Akot, Duncan, Diang. 7 on the shot clock. Williams, catch and shoot 3. Too strong. Weak side rebound, Akot, fresh 20 for the Eagles. 6:50 to play in regulation. Akot and Diang want to run the two-man game. It's a post-entry feed for Diang. The double is lurking. Diang across the lane. Diang a little shaken up, getting up, grabbing that left hamstring. Give him 18 on the game. He is 8 for 9 from the floor. What a performance here by Dang Diang. So efficient. We're knotted up at 60. Akot called for the reach-in foul. Thomas the second, and Sanders will get set to check back in. And Poole will check out for Bloomfield. Excuse me, Poole will check in for Bloomfield. Hearns will check out, pardon me. Duncan and Diang sub out. Williams, Alsey, Akot, Thomas, and Sanders, the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Poole, Bucknall, Davis, Connor, and Ellis. The 5 Bears on the floor. Ellis, guarded by Sanders. Nifty move, a lot of sauce. Didn't hit the J, knocked out of bounds. Last touch, Eagles. .6:07 to play in regulation. Inbound pass to Davis, back down Bucknall. Hands it off Connor. Post-entry feed. Davis, short corner, Jay. Swirls the iron. I'll see the board. Akot splits the defense out to Thomas. 3, short. 5:45 to play in regulation. And the Bears with an opportunity to take the lead right here on this possession. Connor met by Akot. Akot switches back to him. Connor gets tripped up by an Eagle. Gerald Holmes irate on the sidelines. Looks like he's yelling at Bucknall. Side out here on the left sideline. It'll be Connor to trigger. Bucknall. Dribble handoff with Poole. Poole thought about the 3. Connor will take the foul line. Extended J. Nothing but net. Bears regain the lead. Chance of defense on the Bears bench. Williams, 3. Back iron. Thomas follows the miss. Back up top to Alsey. Ball knocked out of play. Last touch by Ellis. And we'll have a side out here for the Eagles. Harris checking back in, as well as Diang. Akot, Harris, Sanders, Alsey, Diang, the 5 on the floor. It's the starting 5. Trailing by 2. LeConte gets it into Ulsey. Gets it right back. Sets for 3. Too strong. Ellis challenges Sanders. Takes the contact. Misses the runner. Ulsey collects the rebound. 4:40 remaining in regulation. Eagles trailing by 2. LeConte inside. Ulsey. Lay it in. Big fella. Back to a tie game. Poole breaks the press. Connor draws the contact on Ulsey. So it'll be Connor to shoot 2 at the line. Four Bears in double figures. Connor leads the way with 13. Bucknall, Davis, and Ellis each with 11. Connor connects on the first of 2 to give the Bears a 1-point lead. The shooting discrepancy is very similar. Bloomfield shooting 42% from the floor. Eagles 41%. Connor, back iron. Eagles can take the lead with a field goal here on this possession. 4:10 to play in regulation. It's the flare action for Sanders, a 3. And Sanders just has not been able to get his shot to fall all game, but there's Dang Dieng. Give him 18, give him 20, excuse me. 3:50 to play in regulation. 64-63. Eagles lead it. Connor has it poked away. Ulsey throws it right into the hands of Ellis. Ellis gets Ulsey up in the air. A lot of contact, no whistle. Sanders collects it. Sanders, LeConte. Sanders is 0 for 3 from downtown. Shoots it at a 43% clip on the season. Sanders was stepping on the sideline. Warnock will check back in for Ulsey. And Poole will sub out. Hearns, Connor, Ellis, Davis, and Bucknall, the 5 on the floor for Bloomfield. 3:16 to play in regulation. Eagles clinging to a 1-point lead. Connor splits it E. Hit in the back from Harris. Yes, it counts and the foul. And Connor with a 3-point play opportunity. Getting a lot of support from the Bloomfield crowd. And we'll take a timeout. 3:12 to play in regulation. Bears 65, Eagles 64. You are watching Division II men's basketball, and it's on the CACC network. Eagles have had 4 different game winners this season. Let's take a look at this. The first one was on November 18th. Bo LeConte. He was the one that was able to beat the buzzer. And then versus Dominican on December 2nd, Dang Dieng had that floater inside to put the Eagles up. And then December 17th versus Bentley, that was Kyle Ulsey's game. And then Dang Dieng versus St. Anselm last time out on December 19th had his second game winner of the season. Looks like it could be set up for the Eagles to possibly have their 5th different game winner on the season. Coming up on 3 minutes to play, Bears have a 1-point lead. Thomas, Warnock. Caught inside. Dieng fouled on the floor. Good foul there by the Bears. Under the basket, out of bounds here for the Eagles. Akot to trigger. 20 on the shot clock. 2:55 on the game clock. Akot gets it into his partner in crime. And Akot will come back to get it. Akot between the circles. The pull-up is good. Yes, sir, Bull. Get to your spot, elevate, and knock it down. Textbook. Eagles regain the lead. Connor in the backcourt. Watched by Akot. Under 2.5 to play in regulation. Connor whips it over Hearns. Now Davis. 10 on the shot clock. Connor looks to take out his do-it-yourself kid and does just that. He's the bucket. You gotta give it to him. Al-Fatir Connor. Give him 18 on the game, leading all Bears in scoring. 67-66. Dieng, low block. Sanders. Wisely didn't take that one. Tries to get to Warnock on the roll. He's got it after it was deflected. Warnock, baby hook, left hand. No, sir. And Alsey will come in and sub out Warnock. 1:40 remaining in regulation. There was a foul on the floor. And we are in a 1-and-1 scenario. So it'll be free throws here for Bloomfield. Davis at the line. He is 1 for 2 on the game. Williams will sub out Alsey. Davis, 10 for 14 from the free throw line coming into this game on the season. The 1-and-1 scenario, too strong. Dieng collects the rebound. Eagles still trailing by 1. Dieng. Alsey, Akot. Akot in the lane. Ball knocked around. We'll get a jump ball possession, Eagles. Excuse me, no, I think Alsey called a timeout there as he had possession. Yeah, so Alsey was able to get to the ball, call a timeout with 1:20 remaining in regulation, 11 on the shot clock when we return here on the CACC Network. Coming out of the timeout, 1:20 on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock. It'll be the Eagles' ball under the basket, out of bounds here on the floor. For the Bears coming out of timeout, Bucknall, Davis, Hearns, Connor, and Ellis. For the Eagles, Akot, Dieng, Sanders, Williams, and Alsey.
Real good ball handling too. Like one of the guys broke down front of him, he did a couple things using the legs behind him.
Williams to trigger. He's got Akot, dribble it off his foot, it's going the other way. .119 remaining in regulation. Only a second taken off right there. It goes to Connor. He's got Ellis. They will work together here in the backcourt to break the press. Ellis puts his foot on the gas and breaks the press. Now Connor near the timeline. 15 on the shot clock, coming up on a minute here on the game clock in regulation. Davis wants to take it himself, goes back door, Hearns, swatted, Alsey, Davis gets it back, missed it. Sanders fighting for the ball, last touch by Rob. So it'll remain with the Bears with 49.5 seconds remaining on the game clock here in the fourth. This would be a tough pill to swallow if the Eagles can't come away with this at an 18-point lead. Hearns, Bucknall, short corner, 15 on the shot clock, goes right at Alsey, kicks it out, Ellis, 10 on the shot clock. Ellis tries to turn the corner on the left side, the lay, no, Dieng fights for the rebound and is fouled. They get Bucknall for the whistle with 31.9 seconds remaining on the clock, and Dang Dieng a little shaken up on the ground. Eagles fans holding their breath. So Dieng a little shaken up. Excellent sign for Eagles fans. Dieng able to rise to his feet. .9 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Eagles will take it out under their basket. Dieng gets it in to Williams. So Quan kicks it. Sanders hasn't made one all day until now. Rob Sanders, yes sir, from the outside. Shot clock turned off. Eagles get the steal. Ocott fouled. Sanders hasn't made a three all day. He was 0 for 3 until then, and when it mattered, you could count on Rob to knock it down. Sanders, 43% three-point shooter coming into this one. And he'll trigger it on the right sideline. Gets it into Dieng, and he is fouled immediately with 10.3 remaining on the clock. Bucknall will check in, as well as Lewis for rebounding purposes. Davis and Singleton will grab a seat. Dieng at the line for 2 tremendously important free throws. He's 2 for 2 from the line in this game. Connects. Dieng, the 6'7" junior forward from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Clutch. Dieng knocks them both down. It's a 2-possession game. 10.3 remaining on the game clock. Ellis quickly into the front court. Ellis down the lane. Ellis the way, yes sir. Timeout on the floor. We'll stay on the air here with 5.1 seconds remaining on the game clock. And Mark Koontz is irate at Rob Sanders. 71-69. Let's take a quick look at the team stats here. Wow, the shooting discrepancies are so similar. A .3 difference. Bloomfield, 42.9%. Post, 42.6%. From the free throw line, Bloomfield has struggled. They are 5 for 11 from the line. Post, 8 for 11. Both teams haven't shot it particularly well from downtown. Post, 5 for 21. Bloomfield, 4 for 15. The largest lead for Post, it was at 18 when it was 41-23. And for Bloomfield, their largest lead of the game was when it was at 2, when it was 62-60. The last lead Bloomfield had was when it was 67-66. So coming out of the break, Taquan Williams on the floor, who is 16 for 18 from the free throw line on the season. He would be a good option to go to. Also, Dane Dieng, Robert Sanders can shoot the free throw. They are looking for Williams. Dieng comes to get it, and Dieng is fouled. Dieng is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe here in this game. Bucknell checks in for Singleton. He cannot advance the ball. So 2 made free throws here for Dieng would likely put this one to bed. So 1-1. Dieng rattles home the first of 2. This next one would make it a 2-possession game. Dieng, back iron, rebounded by Hearns, 2-1, it goes out of play, last touch by the Bears. And all the Eagles need to do is to make 1 free throw to make it a 2-possession game. Harris out, Warnock in. A cot to trigger. Pass deflected, 0.3 of a second on the game clock taken off. Caught Dieng. There's the buzzer, and that will do it. The Eagles hang on, and they win 72-69. What an exhilarating W for the Eagles. They seem to have a lot of those in their games here at the Drumner Center. Eagles win it 72-69 and advance to 10-1 overall and 2-0 in conference play. And for Bloomfield, they'll drop to 7-5 overall and 0-2 in conference play. Up next for the Eagles, they will be playing at Damon University on January 3rd. That will do it for our coverage here of this doubleheader between Post and Bloomfield. Eagles get 2 wins. The women's win, and then the men's followed up with a W. For our entire TNN crew here at the Drumner Center, I'm Griffin Cass signing off. Stay tuned for the post-game interview. All right, Griffin Cass alongside Robert Sanders. Post-University men's basketball wins in a thriller 72-69. So, Rob, you're one of the best three-point shooters in the CACC coming into this one, shooting 43% from beyond the arc. In this one, 0 for 3 from downtown until that last shot. Take me through that final play.
Sir, it was a big one. I knew I had to hit it. I was wide open. Couldn't really let my teammates down. I was kind of waiting in the corner all game, waiting for that perfect opportunity. And I finally got it at the end of the game.
Absolutely. So with the win here today, you guys were up by 18, and Bloomfield, they tried to make that comeback. How did you guys keep them off?
Oh, we kind of just stayed together. We know that we let up a little bit. That's the only reason they got back in the game. But then once we came back together, I feel like we picked it all together at the right time before they got too close, you know?
So final question for you, Rob. You guys have had a lot of exhilarating wins like this. What makes this team unique?
I feel like we all got the same goal. We all just want to win real hard, and we play hard enough to go out and do that every night.
Absolutely. So big shot, Rob knocks down that shot with the Eagles trailing by 1. Big win for the Eagles. Yes, now advancing to 10-1. Rob, thank you so much for taking some time after the game.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Sweet. Big shot, Rob is going on the broadcast every single day. That's the nickname the rest of the season. Appreciate you, bro. Have a great rest of your day.